Hello. Hello. Solar Moon here, and this is another game development stream. Yes, indeedy. How's everybody doing? Let's see here. So for music, I found out I can use. I can't remember the name of it. Chiptunes equals win. That entire catalog, as well as OC remix songs I can play as long as I just say what songs they are. So that's cool. So that makes it really simple. Simpler. If you're watching the stream on YouTube at this point, later, let me start over. If you're watching the stream, the song that was just playing is one of my own called M, and it's actually up for listening to on SoundCloud. It's actually a special gift for Patreon supporters. So if you're a Patreon supporter, you can download the song and even the source Sunvox files. You can actually hear how I made it, which is cool. I'm going to get up and turn on my fan because it's kind of warm in here. That's probably a good idea. Okay. So, I thought I'd do something a little different today. I wanted to try making a really small game and getting it out in a week. In addition to finishing up Gearend, because it's almost done. I just have a couple of things I wanted to do. So I've been working on adding a couple of enemies. I added a name tag that displays underneath the messages, which was not actually as hard as I thought it was going to be, which is nice. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Right. So this is a new enemy that I sprited up for Gearend that I have to implement. Big, roly-poly, blobby guy. And he's just going to be something just to kind of shoot at, because he's just a big dude and he's kind of slow and heavy and he has a lot of health and stuff. So I just wanted to give more enemies to actually give you a challenge. So I have a couple of guys that I have yet to actually put into the game. So I have to figure out exactly how I'm going to do that, because the way I split up the game now is it's not really helping me out, I guess you could say. Let me see something real quick. But yeah, it's not really helping me out too much. So that's kind of yeah. Let's see. Something's not working right. Okay, yeah. So that's something I need to check out. Here we go. Okay, that's something I need to check out and fix and stuff, to figure out how exactly to put them into my game, because I have it's split up into multiple copies. Each blend file has a copy of an object. It's kind of awkward. So anyway, that's something that I have to check out. But what I wanted to show was this game idea that I had. I was watching Space Hamster play a little bit of Darkest Dungeon, and the actual gameplay, everything else is different from what I would want, basically. But the core gameplay, it seems fun in terms of your positioning, your location, your combat. In case you're not familiar with the game, it's basically a dungeon crawler. I guess it's kind of in the same line as a lot of older dungeon crawlers, like Wizardry, I guess, or Legends of Grimrock, or games like that, if you've played them. As far as I can tell, it's you have a character or multiple characters who have different classes, and they have their own skills, and they have obviously their own equipment and levels and stuff. And your goal is just to kind of get through the dungeon, in Darkest Dungeon in particular. So with this game, I wanted to try something similar and just make a really simple kind of RPG-esque system where you're just going from floor to floor, fighting enemies, and the gameplay itself would be kind of like Mega Man Battle Network. I wanted something a little more action-packed than Darkest Dungeon. I wanted kind of like an active battle kind of system. So that's kind of the idea. and I have it basically a design document kind of written down of the kind of things that I would kind of expect to be implemented. Very little of this is going to be implemented in any considerable amount of time, but I just figured that it'd be interesting to hopefully by the end of this week have something up like for sale, like have something actually cool, that's actually fun. And the idea that I had, because it's kind of a Mega Man Battle Network system, but it's also active, I thought that it would be fun to make it co-op, because then each player could control a different hero, and you could now it's about positioning and all that stuff, but it's still, it's basically the same core gameplay. It's just, why not let other people control the other characters? I remember playing Final Fantasy VI with my brother, and we played through the entire game with co-op. Like I would play, or I guess it was 5 and 6. I would play like whatever character, and he would like be the leader, and it was just fun. It was still fun. So I wanted something that's even more actiony, that still could lend itself well to a co-op system. So this is gonna be something. Long V with strategy 2. Let me rephrase that. Long V says with strategy 2. Yeah, there'd be some strategy in there with that's the idea. So there's not going to be too much strategy right now, like what I'm thinking, because I'm just like starting the idea. But I kind of just wrote down like the general ideas, the general concept of how the game like progresses, and things like that. So we're gonna get started on this. Actually, I wanted to try something different. So let's do that. So this is BDX. We're going to go ahead, or I'm sorry, Blender. We're going to go ahead and start a new BDX project. I called this Cross Tower Ascension, so that's what we're going to call it. Cross Tower Ascension. I guess I could just do cat. We'll do that. That's fine. Base path will be Gearend. No. BDX. And directory Cross Tower Ascension. Okay. And that's going to go ahead and create. I started spriting this little dude. Oh, wait a second. We're getting some... Pardon me. We're getting some, like, screen tear stuff. Let me go ahead and fix this real quick. That should do it. Okay. So, yeah. I started spriting this dude, like, really quickly, just as a idea of, like, the kind of shape I want the characters to be. I don't have the time to like really sprite this super detailed right now, but this is the kind of core idea. Yeah, because it would just take too much time to like actually sprite everything, so I'm just gonna go for like a quick demo character kind of thing, demo sprite. Yeah, let's give him a scarf or something. Make him look heroic. He needs to be wider at the base. Let's go for a dark blue or something to get the chest plate up. Okay. And so the idea of the game, like I can't think of the word I'm thinking of right now. I think I need him to be a little thicker. The style, I guess I could say. Oh yeah, the time frame. It's gonna be more like high future or super like really far future kind of stuff. So like lasers and guns and things like that. Like not violent, but still that's the kind of perspective or kind of timeline that we're gonna be dealing with, I think. All right, well this is good enough just to have something to mess around with. Yeah. something like that. Okay, so this again, we're gonna save this real quick. Oh, that's right. I was supposed to have some music. Hold on. Let's get some Sir Jordanius, Guitaru Man, If I Could Drift Away, OC remix. Guitaru Man. All right. Let's see. Let's open this real quick. Oh, opened over here. Let me just. There we go. Okay, we don't need these. We're gonna make a new folder. This is going to be the layout. We're gonna have characters, and then we're gonna have both a top-down perspective and a sideways perspective. I'm probably like, man, I'm probably killing my. Yeah, that's way too many. I'm already feeling it because I just started writing this and I'm like, wait a second, I'm trying to get this done in like a week. So I really probably don't want to get that much, have to do that much. So we're gonna have just a top-down perspective and use the sideways sprites for the characters. That's fine. Okay. So we're going to do, let's make it small. Let's make them small. Let's have 24 by 24. And for the grid, well, let's go back actually. Let's save this as a, thing that we can come back to later. There's no reason to delete it and remove it. Okay, this is gonna be template, old template. Okay, but the new one is going to be 24 by 24. We want the grid to be 8 by 8. Or I want the background grid to be 8 by 8. Let's see. Preferences, grid. Alright, well, whatever. That's fine. Okay, so this is gonna be the night. Actually, I didn't mean to get rid of that. This is gonna be our tile set. Let's see. I got to see how loud is this, because it feels like this might be like super loud. I'm not sure. Okay. Yeah, that doesn't seem too bad. Let me lower the volume a little bit, just a tad. Okay. All right. So this is going to be like some sort of futuristic ground tile, so we're just going to do something real quick. Okay, let's see. So the problem with this tile, it repeats super obviously, but also it's kind of lacking in contrast. Let's do something about that. You know what? The point is just to get something up there. It doesn't have to look good. That's fine. This is going to be our tile set. We're going to put that here. Okay. Whoops, didn't mean to close it. Let's output it. We don't need a JSON data for this. Night, we're gonna have, let's see. Let's draw a dude real quick. Okay. Somebody mentioned showing a preview so that you don't have to constantly deal with my zooming in and out. In case that was for like I can't think of the word. I can't think of the word. It's not for like process videos, pixel process videos, but the idea still holds. So that's fine. Okay, so this is our dude. It actually isn't too bad, even at this little resolution. Push that arm out a little bit. Give a little more perspective on this thing here. We could do something like that. Move this down, I guess. Move this down, I guess. Yeah, okay. Kind of looks like a knight. Contrast is low, but that's okay. We can, yeah, kind of fix things up a little bit. Let's make them a little more interesting. Give them a color. Let's go with green. Too dark? Yeah, okay. He looks like the dude from Halo. Looks like Master Chief. Let's not make him green, man. Let's go with another color. Yeah, okay. That's cool. Let's go with yeah, Delta Powell. He looks like something from Halo. Yeah, he does. Let's go from let's go with light like silver. That's too dark. There we go. Too dark. Too dark. Wait. Oh, I skipped it. Okay, that's what's supposed to be. Okay. Okay. It looks like he has no neck. Let's give him Let's move this up a little bit. His head and yeah. This is a little too bright. Nah, it's necessary. Or maybe this is just too... Yeah, okay, that's fine. I guess it's just... I'm not used to using like just 2 colors there. But that's fine. This is okay. Alright, and it's important to kind of get this done, get this looking okay, because, you know, perspective is important. Yeah, Cyber Knight dude. That's the idea. Oh, he was supposed to have like a red thing. Let's give him that. Okay. Yeah, something like that. Cool. Did I mess something up here? Let's see. Okay, no, it's just, yeah, okay. It's just kind of the perspective and stuff. The colors, okay. That's okay. So we'll probably add another... we'll probably add another, I can't think of what I'm trying to say. We'll probably add another color to kind of balance this out a little bit. Because it's like a little... The perspective is kind of lacking. I mean, the colors are a little lacking. Like this area in particular is just dead. But that's okay. Cool. So this is the night. Worm says, Solar Luna is extremely underrated, to be honest. Thank you. Thank you very much. He needs more subs and support for what he does. Huge props to you, man, for making awesome content and for doing what you do. I thank you very much. I'm glad people seem to like it. People seem to like what I'm doing. That's great. Okay. This is good. This is a good base of a character. Not perfect. He could use another color, but it's doable. It's usable. Yeah. All right. We're gonna go with this. All right. Now, we're gonna get rid of what we have here so far. We don't need that. We don't need this. We don't need this. We don't need that. Cool. We're gonna unwrap this plane. This is going to be the character plane. Oh shoot! Actually, let me think. The nice way to do this would be to have a... Well, I guess this... Yeah, this is okay. We're gonna have a night sprite then. Okay. It won't be collision. Okay. Let's unwrap it. I already did, but I just want to do it one more time. Let's create a new material. This is going to be the night material. We're going to have the color be white. Transparency on. Give it the night texture. Open the night image. There we go. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Let's save it and reload it. Make sure that we get rid of the... Yeah, okay. Get rid of the materials and stuff that are in here. Cool. Alright. So he's 1 unit large. Yes. And we're going to move him over to a hidden layer. Let's add a lamp so we can see it. Okay. Move that out of the way. We really don't need it right now. Okay, so this is the night sprite. Now, let me think about this. James Joseph Sewell, your key down sounds are satisfying. An illusion makes me want to buy a new keyboard. A mechanical keyboard is pretty nice. It's not so much like it doesn't help that much. It's not a huge change, but it does, like, it is a slight difference. I mean, it's obvious in terms of sound, but like, or strong in terms of sound, but like in terms of feel, it is kind of pretty nice. Before I used a mechanical keyboard, it was like just an ordinary computer keyboard, like that comes with your computer, whatever they use. O&M, okay, Long V says that he thought that the orange part was a beard, which I can see. And O&M says, now I can't unsee the beard. Yeah, it's one of those things because it's like if you could also see it as like a visor. That's what O&M says. It's actually just supposed to be his face. Like, so it doesn't really matter too much how you see this. You just have to know this is the helmet part, like the face guard, and here is his face, or whatever it is supposed to be, visor, whatever. It might make more sense once other characters are in there with the same perspective. But that's okay. Okay, we don't want any specularity on this. Set the specular color to be black. Charles Voboda says, have you looked into optical key switches? No, I have not. Not yet, at least. Okay. So this is going to be a generic character, which is dynamic. It can be invisible. It can have box collision bounds. Yeah. Let's move that over. Give it a wireframe display, just so that we can see it more easily here. And then we're going to add something for the ground. And we'll have it be tile set. We don't want any specularity again. We don't need it to be transparent. So this will be the tile set opaque. This will be static. That's fine. We want to give it a tile set texture. Use the tile set. There we go. Tile set. Let's size it down, snap it to pixels, constrain it to image bounds. Okay, there we go. And then we're just gonna size it down until let's snap to the grid, until it's roughly one tile large, one character large, and then we'll just do it like this. Zoom out a little bit more. There we go. Okay. Alright. This tile is horrible. Let me see if I can get like a repeating like rock tile or something. Yeah, we'll do just a basic diamond or something. I don't know. That's better. All right. Now we're going to add a. let's see. Ideally, the character. Okay, so there's two phases to this. Let me create a new project for this project, a new code project. But while I was mentioning, this is basically going to be split up into multiple phases. Find it. Find it. Come on, I know this. I know you know where I'm like trying to go. Whatever. Yeah, just give me somewhere. Give me somewhere I can go. All right, let's see. All right, core. We want it here. There we go. Finish this window. James Joseph Sewell, have you played with Ableton Live yet? No, unfortunately, I have not. I have yet to play with Ableton Live. This didn't work correctly. Hold on. Because this is supposed to be like... Actually, let me close this. I didn't import it correctly. I guess we want import project. We don't want this here. Okay, I think we should be good. Okay. Create from existing sources. That's what we want. There we go. Worm. Have a nice day, everyone. I gotta get going. Peace. All right. See ya, man. Thank you very much for stopping by the stream. Also, let's go ahead and switch up the music real quick. Let's go with Chrono Trigger 600 AD in Piano OC Remix by Klutz. Everybody loves some good old-fashioned Chrono Trigger. Alright. There we go. That's the way it's supposed to appear. And then we also have Android assets in here. Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Alright. What we're gonna do next. Right, so there's two phases to this game. There is a top-down phase where you move on a normal kind of RPG, grid, and then once you go into a fight, it's going to go into the battle scene, and that's where kind of the fun, happens. So this is going to be the top overworld. That's what it is. This is going to be the overworld scene, and then we're going to add another scene, and that's going to be the battle scene. Yeah, cool. So what we're going to do, let's add another group. Well, rather, not another group. Yeah, okay, let's make a group out of this character so that we can instantiate it. Or do we need to instantiate it? Yeah, I guess so. Let's go ahead and make a group. This is going to be the character group. And the character group is just going to be kind of like something that holds kind of an idea of what a character is and is supposed to be. So it's not inherently good or evil. Everything's going to be a character of some sort, if it can be interacted with, basically. Let's press P. It didn't work because we didn't put anything in our battle scene. So let's go ahead and, you know what? Let's just do it like this. Let's just duplicate the overworld scene into the battle scene because it's basically the same thing. We're not going to need the knight sprite or the character. Well, we're going to need those actually because basically we're going to have a different kind of character for the overworld. Like the overworld character is going to be different from the battle mode character. They're going to behave differently. Okay, so cool. Let's try playing it. It's building. Okay, there we go. It's dark, but it's there. Let's go ahead and turn this to a sun so that we can actually see a little bit better. There we go. Much better. Let's also, well, that's fine. Let's try just extending this upward real quick so we can see what that looks like. Yeah. We need like corner, like side tiles and stuff. This is main. I just did this to see like how dark it's gonna be on the edges, on the on these sides. Let's do something about that. Yeah, this is like we need to do something about these faces on the outside real quick. Excuse me. Okay. So this is just kind of to test things out real quick. Okay. Yeah, it's super dark. So that's what we're gonna fix next really quickly. Let's add a cube. Let's see. Wizard Hunter says, I miss the old Solar Loon. I'm not sure what that's referring to, but maybe I miss him too. I don't know. Okay, let's see. So this is supposed to be basically a something I put in all my games, basically a system controller. So this is the idea of this is that this kind of keeps track of our game state. It probably would be best to have different controllers for each phase. The overworld has its own controller, and the battle phase has its own controller. So we're going to call this the overworld controller. Delta Powell says, by the way, I'm new here. Like, totally new. This is my first seeing you, and from the looks of it, you just earned a new sub. Awesome. Thank you very much, Delta Powell. You are a cool individual. for subbing to me. Thank you. Okay, so battle and overworld. Cool. So this is going to be the overworld controller. We're going to go ahead and create a new... Here we go. A new Java package. This is going to be a system. And inside of here, we're going to have a Java class named Overworld Controller. It extends game object. And before we get any further, let me do this before I forget. The libs folder here is one that's copied from the BDX add-on, but since I'm an engine developer, I have a really up-to-date bleeding edge version of BDX on my hard drive. So I'm going to go ahead and pop over here and grab that. I think I have a thing for this actually. Yes, I'm going to need both of these. Let's go back. How far back did I go? Okay. Source. Wait, no, here. Okay. Let's run this. Let's see. I don't think run in terminal. Will that work? I didn't actually need to do this like this because you can't actually see the password, but that's okay. All right. So this. Okay. This is linked correctly. Very nice. Now let's see. J Nautic says, I just found your channel yesterday from your pixel art tutorials. I like the content. +1 sub. Thank you. Thank you, J Nautic. That's awesome. Thank you very much. Okay, so the thing we're going to do here, BDX helpers. BDX helper is something I wrote to kind of help game development. I made something similar for the BGE, the Blender game engine. And yeah, I guess I'll just run this. Let me see. This links to here. Okay. All right. This is fine, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Make BDX helper. Okay, we don't need this. All right. Jason Morgan, +1 sub. You sexy beast. Well, thank you for the sub. Thank you. Okay. Let's see. For anyone who might just be popping in, I am a independent game developer. Basically, I've been working on a game called Gearend for a long time, but I wanted to try something small and make a small little game that's kind of like Mega Man Battle Network, kind of like a lot of dungeon crawler games where basically you walk around in an overworld, you get into a battle, and then you can fight in the battle in more of an action-y phase. We'll see how things go if I can get it implemented in this video, in this stream. So the overworld controller, we want it to change the ambient lighting of the scene. We're going to make a new color here. I really could make add a feature so that this doesn't, like, we don't need to have this be like where we don't need to make a new color. We can just go ahead and like set the values manually. But anyway, this is going to be new color. We're going to make it 0.25 across the board. And if you're wondering what engine I'm using BDX. I believe there's a link in the description. Yep. And that basically says like what I'm using and stuff. It's cool. Very nice engine. Not nearly at the level of like Unity or Unreal, but it's there. I mean, it works. And you see the change right there. The ambient color went ahead and took effect, and we can actually see a little bit more of the game. Ambient color set to red. So yeah, it definitely is working. Very nice. Let's change the music up real quick. Oh snap. Knuckles Chaotix Door into Chaotix OC Remix by Will Rock. Knuckles Chaotix Door into Chaotix is my jam. Door into Summer, the original. That was my jam, homie. This kind of feels a little quiet. Let me see if I can boost this up a little bit. Just a tad. Okay. Okay, so the overworld controller is working. And we have pretty much everything working as it should. Let's make a package. This is going to be the characters package, or no, objects package, and a character is going to be a class in there. It extends game object, and basically anything that you can, well, I guess I need to change this. This is going to be an overworld character, because an overworld character basically doesn't have nearly the extent of content that we need a real character to have. There we go. Let's change the group name and the object name. And change the, yeah, thing there. Alright, so the overworld character can move around at will. It's locked to a grid. Well, I guess the battle character is also going to be locked to a grid. I have to figure out exactly how I want to approach this then. Delta Powell says, I have no idea how to code, so when I'm seeing you code, it seems like a nonsensical typing. Yeah, it's not like another language altogether. I mean, this is Java, so it's, you know, it's nothing too esoteric or weird. But yeah, I would recommend anyone learning how to code. Like, it's fun to code. It's fun to make content. Swipe Fast Studios, when do you think Gearend will come out? Hard to say, because I mean, like, I'm at the cusp of finishing it. Like, I'm really rather close. But on the other hand, and you know, that would mean that I'm close to release too. But I think I read that it's ideal, or a good idea would be to, like, 3 weeks after, give yourself some time after release to, like, contact press people and to contact, like, you know, review sites, you know, game websites, you know, Eurogamer and Polygon and whoever else, and let them know about your product so that you can get, like, some feed going, some buzz going. And I still have to contact, like, streamers and YouTubers as well. So it's a little up in the air as to when exactly it'll be out. Finishing it is coming up soon, but actually releasing it, that's a little hard to peg down. Okay. I don't like this. I'm gonna name it Overworld System. That's better. Do it anyway. Go over here. Overworld System. There we go. Alright. So the overworld correct character can be, yeah, controlled by anything. It locks to a grid. Yeah. Let's do this. Because I would like to kind of reuse stuff if possible. So we're going to make a package for components. And we're going to make a player control, player overworld controller component. And this extends a BDX component of game object type. Public or player overworld control game object G super G. Okay. That's from generics are not supported at this language level. What's the level that it thinks I'm running at? No, I'm not running at 1.3. I'm running at, like, at least 8. We'll go with 8. There we go. Okay. Jason Morgan, good for you, man. It's good to see someone that's passionate about something they do. Thank you. Yeah, it's, I mean, I'm still, like, trying to get this to be a career, a job that can sustain me, so it's a little early to say that it's something that I do, like, professionally, but I would love to be able to do this professionally. And Swipe Fast Studio says, okay, that's cool. Good luck. Thank you. So hopefully we'll see everything turn out well. So an overworld character, we're going to have it set, it locks to a grid, but we really only want to lock to a grid when it's not moving. So it's really a grid controller, and the player control just basically says to the grid controller, move to the right, move to the left, move up, move down. So that's what we're going to need to create. Grid controller. That extends. We'll just copy this. Okay. All right, so a grid controller is going to have now I guess actually this is interesting because when you're in the battle phase, it's going to be basically the same when it comes to moving on a grid. It's going to be more or less similar. So we probably can reuse this controller across multiple things. So like the player overworld controller. We'll come back to that. So move up. We're gonna have something to move up. We're gonna have something to move down. And we're gonna have something to move left and something to move right. And I just realized that I really could have just had one move function and just taken a vector. I'm an idiot. Okay, that's okay. Move vec. Micah Fleming, how long have you been working with Java? Like 2 years? 2.5? Not very long. I worked with Python prior to that, and I think before that I was working with GameMaker and GameMaker language a little bit. A pretty good amount. I don't remember that far back, but yeah, it's really Java's not too bad. It's a pretty fine language. I would say like it's really, if you think programming is like difficult or learning multiple languages is difficult, it's not too hard. It's just once you learn one, then it's easier to learn more. So like first getting that first language is like, oh, what? How does it work? And then after that, it's like, oh yeah, Java, Python, C#, whatever. Probably wouldn't be an issue for you. Okay, so it locks to a grid. So the grid, we're gonna make a thing here. Vector 2f grid. Vector 2f 1 1. I mean, we're gonna assume that the grid is 1 to 1. We could assume that anyway, but just in case, we're gonna have a grid specifically. Okay, so the grid controller. So we're gonna try to think of exactly how I want to do this. Micah Fleming. Oh, that's very good. You know quite a bit of languages. I only know a bit of Java. Thanks for that. Oh, I only know, like, I would only say I really know Java and Python, like, okay. GML, it's been a long time since I've worked with it, but it's not too difficult. I mean, it's a pretty simple language. Yeah. So, I mean, like, I know, this is, like, the only language I would say, like, I know. Or it's like, yeah, I know it pretty well. I can make stuff pretty easily. Okay. I'm trying to think of exactly how I want to, like, I should have just made the thing first and then encapsulated it later, because it's now I'm kind of like, how do I, yeah, let's just do that. I guess we can encapsulate this and turn it into controllers and stuff later. The grid controller can still be there because I feel like that's necessary, but for the most part we're gonna make this simple. Overworld system, let's go ahead and define some keys. bdx.imaps.put left, or k left, left, right, up, and down. Okay. Oh, also, I guess J left, J right for joystick controls. Okay. So then over here, we're just gonna assume that this is the player right now, and we'll say public void main. Okay. We'll need a grid controller. components.add grid controller. Yeah, okay. And then grid controller equals new grid controller. And pass this, there we go. And then we say if we'll make a vector, that'll be the move vector. Vector 2f. We say if, because we want to lock this specifically to like grid-based controls, we say if move, or if bdx.imaps.i dot down left move vec.x equals -1. And that's the basic idea. Let me think. Okay, I guess we'll do it like this. Minus equal 1, and then plus equal 1. And minus equal 1, and plus equal 1. Okay, so left, right, up, down, and this is Y. Let me confirm something really quick. Yeah, it goes up. Okay, so this is supposed to be plus, this is supposed to be minus. All right, and then we say grid controller dot move vec. We can go over here and we say if move vec dot length is greater than 0. So if we say like move 0, it doesn't do anything. Okay. So g.move vec. We'll just do this for now, but we want to lock it. Move vec.x and move vec.y and then 0. We want to lock it to a grid though, and this probably should be also velocity and not a direct movement. So we probably want an acceleration rate, or rather a move speed. We'll call that, make it 0.5f or something. Yeah, times move speed. Okay. Also, I'm going to make something real quick. Run. Edit configurations. We want to add a bash configuration. We'll say run desktop test. For the script, we want to run Gradle W, desktop run, or is it test? I think it's run. Let's try that. There we go. Cool. All right, let's go over here real quick and turn our character visible. Re-export. Oh, we got an issue. Invalid descriptor J left. Okay, let's see. Oh, it's G, because G for gamepad. I was thinking J for joystick. Okay, let's try it now. Yay. Okay, so we don't want diagonals, I don't think. I'm pretty sure we don't want diagonals. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna have to use else. Okay. Also, we want the move speed to move faster. Let's say 5 units a second. This is in Blender units, by the way. 5 Blender units a second. Yeah, okay. Also, we have some friction there. Well, that's okay, fine. Alright, next thing. We want to make a state that basically... okay, so there's 2 parts to this. We have a move state and like a kind of locked state. So when it's locked, we want to start moving, and then when it can lock, it locks again. So we're gonna have 2 states for this. We don't have to have it this way, but it feels like this would be an easy delineation. So we're gonna have a state, a BDX state. This is going to be move locked, new state, And then we have another state that is moving. Move state. Okay. So what this is going to do, we're not actually going to move here. We're going to set a movement direction here. Move vec equals new, well, new vector 2f, yeah. And then we say, when you call move on the component, we're going to call movevec.set, movevec. That's not going to work. This.movevec.set, movevec. Okay. Then locked. Let's see. Okay, so this is moving here. Oh, I'm like, why isn't this working? We need a main function. There we go. Okay, so if we need a main function, if movevec.length is greater than 0, then state, change the state to moving. And then in the move function, we say if state is equal to locked. So you can't move when you're moving. You can't like change direction once you start moving until you're locked. So you say, are you locked to set the movement vector? Oh, I guess you don't need it locked then. You could just have it null. Well, we'll leave it like this. Okay. So if it's locked, set it here. And I guess we want to set the state to moving as well. So that, yeah, locked could just be an empty state. That just indicates, yeah, we're locked. So you press the button, you say move, it starts moving. And okay. So we don't need this here because there's no way that you wouldn't have a movement vector. I don't think. If movevec.length is greater than 0, g.velocity vector x times move speed times move speed. Okay, so you start moving. Okay, and then we say if, let's see, we want to lock the position of the object. Position bdxh. Didn't I do this? Let me see. I thought I... Yeah. Oh, this is supposed to be in here. Okay. There we go. Alright. Okay. Oh, no, I didn't move this correctly. This needs to be here. There we go. Okay, so bdx hmath dot what's the word for it? Not clamp, not lerp. What is it? Thought I had a thing for this. Round. Yeah, okay, round vector. We want to round off the position, and we say pose equals this. We don't need that actually. G dot position. Okay. We say if G dot position dot minus lock pose dot length is less than, we'll say 0.1 f. Then we want to move it to the locked position, and then we want to set the state to be locked. Cool. I think that should be it. Let's see. Nope, not working. Let's see. Let's get the profiler in here. And let's enable it here. Whoops. Uh-oh. Something isn't working correctly. It's working now. Alright, that's strange. Alright, hold on. I think I have something going on. Hold on. I'll be back in a couple seconds. I'm gonna play an ad real quick. Hello. Hi. So, yes. Let's see. So the state doesn't seem to be changing. Let's see. Oh, because I never called it. Okay, state. When it set the state. Well, it doesn't. It shouldn't have to be called, should it? Oh, okay, it does. Okay. I think that might be it. I think that might have done it. Nah, still's not working. But I have a theory of why it's not. And I think it's... Wait. Is the state actually changing here? Nah, it doesn't look like it is. Let's see. Oh. I didn't announce this. Cave Story Moon Rhapsody OC Remix by Drum Ultima. Okay. Alright, so let's see. Yeah. Why am... Oh, okay. Let's see here. So it might be... Let's do that, but let's also see where the locked position is coming up. Oh, there it goes. Okay. All right. Well, that's we're getting there. Let's see. If it's less than the move speed divided by bdx.tick rate. I guess it could be yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Then we're locked. Okay. Nope. Let's see. What are we looking at here? So it gets close, but not really there. Rounding. Oh, okay. Okay, I did have a function for this. I don't know why I didn't see it. Okay, that's my mistake. Alright, well, it's always going to be the same grid either way, so we'll just do a float. Grid equals 1. Grid. There we go. I think that might have done it. Let's see. Nope. Alright, let's see. Where are we at here? G.velocity.z. Let's factor in the gravity of this thing. But also... Phoenix says, hi, can this engine compile for iOS and Android? The engine... The engine is built on libgdx, so wherever libgdx can go, this engine should be able to go as well. Yes, it compiles for Android. iOS is a little bit... I'm not sure because... as I recall, they were doing some work to kind of like get it there, trying different things, and like you know, it's kind of an up and well, I don't know. I know that iOS was a target for libgdx, and I believe it still is. It's just the method of reaching it has changed. So yeah, I believe it should compile for iOS and Android. Okay, so if g.position minus locked pose, okay, so we want to know what this is. Let's also put this on the profiler. Diff, we'll call it diff. Because something is not quite right. Also, I keep forgetting to do this. If bdx.keyboard.key_hit_r, bdx.restart. If bdx.key, yeah, that's fine, I think. I was gonna do something else, but I think that's all I need to do. All I want to add. Let's see. So yeah, the difference is like, oh, it's because of the z-axis. Okay. All right. Well, we don't care about the z-axis more or less, so we're just gonna say locked pose.z equals 0. Oh, well, locked pose.z equals g position.z. There we go. That's. I think that should do it. I think it's working. It's just we need to actually like. Okay, well, this is a good reason to have a state for this. We're going to say velocity 0, 0, 0. G.velocity 0, 0, 0. Okay, that might do it. Okay, so that is not quite right. It's because as soon as it exits the moving state, I think it goes and hits the locked state. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna either add a timer. And say when you enter the state, set the timer. And the timer is going to be for like, yeah, just a really short time. And then we say only check to see if we have like reached the right position if t dot done. Okay, that might do it. Let's see. Yeah, okay, that's fine. It kind of seems like it's kind of like locking or something. I can't tell exactly what it's doing. It's like it's just kind of off. Yeah, that's also something I need to fix. If you run into something that's not like on a whole integer, it should basically well, let's fix the current issue, which is this locking thing. It's not locked to a grid. I mean, it's locked, but not really locked. Let's see. Let's see what the position is on this thing. Yeah, see, something's not right about this. Oh, okay. So we want to like lock the X and Y, really. P.x equals locked pose.x, P.y equals locked pose.y, but we don't want to mess with the z-axis generally. That's still not quite right. This is strange. Something's just not quite right. Oh, well, maybe it's oh, yeah, maybe it's oh. It doesn't really need to be dynamic, does it? This thing could be static. It being dynamic is not necessary because it doesn't need to like. It doesn't. Well, I do want like gravity and stuff. I could just. I mean, it really could just be a box, though. Like it doesn't need like a lot of the features that a full physics engine would give. Yeah, something's like just barely off about this thing. It's locking. It's locking kind of strangely. Let me see if I can. Okay, so the numbers are locked. Oh, it's keeping velocity from the last movement. Leonard Meyer, yes, you're right. I just realized that, yeah, you're right. I'm setting the velocity, like it's a frame late, basically. That's what's going on. Okay, we got to do that. We have to set the velocity after the. I think that's right. I think that's what we're missing. There we go. That's better. Now, hopefully, it'll never fly off the tracks like before. This would be a lot easier if I had an actual an actual unit rather than this weird thing. Let's do this so we can help ourselves out. Okay, that should help. Okay, so it's just off by a bit. Let's do it like this. Okay. Alright, so that should help us out. Now we should be able to... There we go. Much better. Now, actually, we want this to be, we want it to be locked to the actual grid, or I guess halfway into the grid. So let's see what we got here. We want this to be like that. So is there any way to like, I guess we can just position it over like that. That's fine. Okay, that isn't good. I think, let's see. G dot position. Okay, it's just because it's off by half a grid. So let's see. Minus new vector 3f, 0.5f, 0.5f, 0. That might do it. Oh, that's what I was going to do. If bdx.keyboard.keyHit esc bdx.in. There we go. Phoenix, did you buy or compile a sprite by yourself? I bought it. That didn't work. Let's see. Okay, so the position. Let's see. I might be missing something. Linear mirror again. Woo! What is being worked on here? This is a little game that I want to try making. The idea. Let's see. 0, 0. -1. Yeah. Okay. I think it might be like plus. Maybe I'm missing. The idea is basically something like Darkest Dungeon, like Mega Man Battle Network, like a lot of the dungeon crawling games, something like that, but kind of actiony. So we'll see how it all works out. That's the idea of it, anyway. This isn't working. I gotta see what's going on here. Yeah, the locked position is just barely off. Let's see. Actually, I could use the full values. I think it'd be a fun game. I just need to kind of get the idea behind it. Let's see. Okay, so it's off on the y-axis. Well, I guess I could just have the grid be half-sized. Nah, it needs to be a full size. Oh, I think I see what's going on here. Yeah, okay. Okay, I think that might be it. Cause it's like it's not. This is. Oh, this isn't what I wanted. Okay. All right, maybe I'll. Oh, man, what do I do? Let's see. Yeah, cause it's off. It's offset. I guess I could just. Maybe I could just do like that and just offset the world by like 0.5 in each direction. Maybe that's probably what I need to do. Yeah, I was just being stupid. So yeah, I'm probably going to have this be static because that that sliding is not really ideal. So it's probably easiest just to make these blocks static. Or maybe ghost. Yeah, I guess dynamic ghost could work. Let's just go with static for now. And instead of velocity, we're gonna say g.move, move vec times x dot x times move speed times bx dot tick time. Yeah, that's probably good. Okay, let's switch up the music again. Shinmu Amorel OC Remix by Radio War. There we go. Ah, it really doesn't like that. All right, let's see. But why though? I thought. Oh, I didn't. Gotta re-export. There we go. Okay, now it should be static. There we go. Much better. Cool. Can we see if we're touching something? Let's see. System.out.println touching objects. I'm not sure if static objects can touch static objects or not. I think it has to be dynamic. Yeah. Ah, that's such a shame. Okay. Well, I don't need that. I don't need. Dang, I kind of do. All right. I guess I'll just do dynamic and ghost, and just have no gravity. That's fine. All right. Overworld system scene.gravity new vector 3f 0 0 0. Let's try that. Actually, before that, let's go ahead and oh yeah, make this run first. There we go. Cool. Okay. Now, can we see what we're touching? Yes. Okay, so we are touching the ground. Perfect. Perfectamundo. Perfectamundo. Perfect. Okay. Now, what we're gonna do is let's give this character a sprite, which should be relatively easy. Let's go ahead and make him invisible. Save. Come back over here. We're going to sprite. And we'll say SPR equals scene.add night SPR SPR.position SPR.parent. This done. Dunzo. done. Oh, didn't work. Hold on. Let's see. Kinda donezo. Not quite donezo. Let's go ahead. SPR.components.add. New Halo. SPR. F9. Let's try that. Donezo. Alright, that's not bad. It's still kind of dark. Yeah, it's kind of dark. We might want to do something about that. Maybe we could adjust the normals of it or something. But that's the idea. Let's do some more stuff to make this actually like kind of interesting. Let's add a cube. Let's just move it over here or something. Size it down a little bit. Make it a cam helper. I love this song. It's excellent. Make a wire. Make it no collision, invisible. Let's see. Align the camera to the view. Okay. So we want to basically center. There we go. Center the camera on the cam helper. Parent the camera to the cam helper. And then rotate the camera around the cam helper like so. By 45 degrees. There we go. That's the top-down view. We don't need to know this anymore. We don't need to know this anymore. Let's add in the system a new cam helper. Extends game object. Public void main. Public void init. Game object target. We're going to set the target to be Overworld character. Pretty soon we're going to have a player class or something for that, but this is okay. Sonic X. Hello, what do you think of Vim? It's kind of hard to learn, I guess. I've never used it very much, but I know that people who like use it are really fast, I think. They use it because it's good, basically. So I need to learn it. That's something I want to do at some point, I think, is learn it. Okay, so we're going to move according to the difference between the target's position and our position. And we're going to multiply that by a slight off, just like 0.1, 10%, so that it kind of eases into it. That should be enough to get things rolling. Let's see. So this is the cam helper, camera. Let's see. Play. Should work. Exported. Nice. Let's see. Res996. This has probably been asked before, but ever tried participating in a game, Ludum Dare or any other game jam? Yes, I have. I tried participating in a. I've done Blender Game Engine game jams that were like a week long. I don't think I've ever done a Ludum Dare though. That's something that I would probably like to do. It seems like it's a pretty good amount of fun. I want to do something real quick. Let's hop over here. Yeah, let's hop over here and change this so it's something less kind of annoying. That's too dark. That's fun. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, okay, what we're gonna do is fix, it's kind of dark because the normals of the character are kind of like not facing where we want it to face. So what we're gonna do, I think I can do this, let me see. For int I equals 0, I is less than spr.mesh.get vertex count I++ spr.mesh.vert_nor 0 I, and we want to assign it to 0, 0, 1. Okay, so basically that should make the normals of the vertices point straight up, which should make, I don't know if it worked. Let's see. It might not have. Okay, I think that worked. Let me see. Yeah, it might be that we want the... Okay, let's kind of rearrange the lighting a little bit. We want the lighting to be like this. Like overhead directly. But let's also add a little bit of a spin on it. See how that works. Yeah, I think it's like the normals of the character are a little off. I need to kind of do something about that. I need to detect if something's in the way before he attempts to move as well. So let's do that. But that's not to say, let's see. If something's in the way when you go to move, it shouldn't move. But something could be, like, you could touch something that moves into the same position as you, though. We'll just assume that's okay for now. Sometimes that kind of stuff happens anyway. We don't need this now because it's not dynamic. Okay, so yeah, we need to do a raycast, or we could just do like put like collision testers on the edges. Maybe we'll do that. Phoenix says, I'm learning a lot about how to be minimal in animations. That's good. Generally, the less you do with something that still looks good, the better. Like, I mean, you know, obviously if you want something to be smooth, you want to use more frames of animation than less, but if you can make something look smooth using, let's say, just 2 or 3 frames, or 3 or 4 frames, versus 100, or versus 20, or versus, you know, 7 or something, that might be a good idea. Just because it's a lot of good animation is about timing and about, you know, the way things, let's see. It's about timing and like stuff like this, timing and things like that over simply, you know, adding more frames to the fire. All right, we're gonna add like testers. Well, I guess we'll just do a raycast because it's easy to do it that way. And we should only have one ray anyway. So ray hit R equals scene G dot scene dot ray from G dot position out move vec, and we're looking for solid. Did I miss something? I'm not sure if I understand what's going on. Yeah, right. Vec string. Vec string? Can't resolve method. I don't know what it's talking about. Add method. This method is right here. I don't know why it's thinking it doesn't exist. What in the world? Okay. Oh, it's because it's a vector 2f. Okay, I'm stupid. Okay, we want to, yeah, new vector 3f. Move vec.x, move vec.y 0. Okay. All right. So we say if r is equal to null, then it's free to move there, and we'll assume it's okay. Okay. So. Let's see. R equals null, move vec, set, state. Okay, alright. Oh, yeah, that's right. We need to make this solid. Okay. Let's add a property to this. Solido. Doesn't need to be anything in particular, but let's go ahead and do it anyway, because why not? Okay, so I think that should be pretty... Yep. Can't move into it. Cool. Cool bagul. Let's zoom out the camera a little bit because it's kind of close in on this little dude. It's a little better. Okay. Now we're going to, it's almost been 2 hours, but I refuse to stop until we get a battle scene up and running. Battle scene is much the same as this. It's going to be locked to a grid. It's not going to scroll or anything. It's going to be a set number of spaces. It's going to have invisible walls on the edges. Let's see. I think it should be like maybe 18 across by maybe 6 wide. I don't know. Let's do this. Let's go like that. Actually, on second thought, instead of doing it the way I just did it, where we check to see if there's a wall there. Well, we could do that, but we could also check to see if there's ground in the position. So this could, well, that's fine. We'll leave it like this. So this is the character. We can leave him like that, or just offset it, I guess. So the idea here, let's see. Okay. So yeah, battle scene, overworld scene. Okay. So what we're gonna do here, battle character. We don't need the knight sprite to be there. We can just link him over from this scene. There we go. All right. Game jam. What do you know? It's good old Solar Loon himself. Yes, it is I, Solar Loon. Micah Fleming says, bless you. Oh, I guess I sneezed. Thank you. Phoenix, how about counting the tiles and making the object's return position? That might be something we could do. There's not really a... I don't think I need that right now. Lucretius, hey Solar, you think Gearend is going to be ready for May 2017? Haha. Ha ha ha. Very funny, Lucretius. Ideally, I mentioned this earlier, ideally I would like to have it done for May 2017. I am like super duper close to being it finished, but I think I read that basically it's a good idea to like kind of to like, you know, tell people about your game on like, you know, gaming review sites and streaming, you know, streamers, ask streamers and YouTubers to review your title or just to play your title. So I might give myself a few weeks to do that. But yeah, the game is basically like almost done. Like I am super duper close. Okay, so battle scene. So this is going to be the area that you can move in. Let's go ahead and add a plane here. This is going to be I'm just gonna like quickly just rough this out. Wireframe this. Static, actor, invisible. It doesn't need to be actor actually. This is gonna be invisible walls. This is going to be solid. Cool. All right, so this is gonna be the battle character. Cool. Overworld character. Okay. Now we need a means to tell these things apart, essentially, to tell apart like what makes a battle character, what makes an overworld character a player and not an enemy. So we need to kind of determine that. So fundamentally, they're the same kind of entity. So we'll just use the same class for them both. Just overworld character, and then we can just change things depending on what's going on. So really we want an overworld player, which extends overworld character. just because it has basically the same mechanics here. Well, actually, you know what? Yeah, I would like to avoid using like inheritance if I can help it. So we'll leave this as just an ordinary game object. And this is basically all the stuff that we would have the player do. And then, yes. Wait, no. This is what this is what I was trying to avoid. Okay, let me undo this. We want the player to be just a normal character, but we want the player to have like player controls here. This stuff. So we'll leave this. Oh, man. We'll make a component for this. Player controls. Player control. Extends. Wait, no. Player overworld control. Extends component. Game object. Public. Player overworld control. Game object. G. Super G. This issue? Oh, whoops. I didn't mean that component. I meant, yeah, that component. Okay. State main. Oh wait. State main equals new state. Public void main. Why did this not? Yeah. Okay. And then we want this stuff. Over here. Yeah. Okay. We say grid controller equals g.components.get grid controller. We want as a grid controller like that. Okay. So we don't need this. Oh, we'll leave that. That's fine. Well, we don't need this. So yeah, I'm trying to like have this in such a way that basically it could be the player, it could be, you know, anything or anyone. Okay, let's see. Lucretius, marketing for sure is a big deal. It is. It is. Game Jam. Have you read Launch by Jeff Walker? Good internet marketing book. Finished it the other day. I've yet to read it, so I haven't. But that sounds like an interesting thing that I would like to read. Thank you. Props.contains key player. For now, we'll just do it like this. Components.add new player overworld control. This. Okay. So now we should be able to just say this is a player and this is not a player. Play. It's not working. I think I didn't switch to the state. Yeah. State main. Okay. Also, we want to. Where is the camera? Cam helper. Okay. We want to, let's see, scene.objects.get by, yeah, it doesn't work. So we want specifically the player. Duncan Westbrock. Loon, what's your rank on CSGO? Probably like the mid to low billions. I don't play CSGO. I don't play CSGO, so my ranking would be non-existent. Let's see. Let's do this. Let's have the player set his own target, or let's have the player set himself. Yeah. So we have the overworld system here. So we'll have game. We'll have a list of game objects. Players equals array list game object. New array list game object. And then player overworld control. Well, we'll just have the overworld character do it. And say overworld system. We want to, let's see. I guess we could just do it like this. This is probably gonna be messy, but yeah, static, public. It's not a closing class. Oh, game object. Do I do like that, or is it game object dot new? How does this work? Array list game object. Yeah, I never know how to like approach with this enclosing class stuff. Phoenix, what's your opinion on Unity and Playmaker? Never used Playmaker. Unity is a great tool for game development that gets recommended a lot. I'm sure for good reason. I don't use it. That's about it. I don't use it, so I can't really give too much of an opinion on it. I know, like, Linux hasn't really been their target for a long time, so even though they're kind of getting beta up and, like, or the editor up and running, you know, on Linux, it's not really been a target, so I wouldn't really put too much stock in, like, well, let me not say that, but because it's a closed source engine, you know, and because it's such a big engine, like if there's an issue, you can't really easily solve it, even if it were open source. So it's like, I would rather have like a open source engine that's kind of made to be lighter in weight and to be simpler. Let's see. I still don't know how this doesn't work. Alright. Okay, I'm just gonna do it like this. No way, yeah, I really do want this though. Can I do it like this? Yeah, okay, that's fine. Alright, so over here we'll say overworld system.players.add this, because I can, yeah, I can get by property, get by component. Alright, get by components, that's nice. Okay, so then let's go back. Cam helper, target equals overworld system.players.get 0. That should work. Hooray! Double team. Which one is the real player? Alright, so that's the general idea. That's working pretty well. Now this guy's gonna be an enemy, and once we run into him, we're gonna go into we're gonna have to have a fight. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and say, let's give this guy an enemy property. And over here we say else if props contains key enemy. I guess we can also have a list for this enemies just in case we need it at some point. Okay, enemies dot add this. Let's push this over here actually. Okay, and then we'll say spr.mesh.materials.color, or rather, yeah, color. We'll tint it actually. New color 1001. Yep. It's tinted by 0.5 F, so it's kind of red. Doofus. Question, what are you working on? I am working on a new game. That's, yeah. This is going to be a small title. I was hoping to finish it by a week, like in a week roughly, just to kind of get like an early access game out, something fun. But I'm thinking that might just take too much time away from Gearend. The idea was to make kind of like a dungeon crawler, Mega Man Battle Network kind of game, kind of a crossover mix, like Darkest Dungeon, but with action-based gameplay. I was watching somebody play Darkest Dungeon and the actual gameplay is like, it's pretty intriguing. So I wanted something that's kind of like strategic but more action paced, fast paced. So I was like, yeah, let me go ahead and see if I can make something that kind of I would want to play. Oh, there it goes. It is working. So let me go ahead and spr.mesh, spr.mesh.copy. Okay, so we're making a copy of the mesh, so we should be good to go. So now the enemy should show up kind of red. Yeah, very nice. And when we touch them, then we're gonna go ahead and kick over to a battle scene. We'll do that in the player overworld control, I guess. We say if g.touching property enemy, and then we'll actually kick it have the overworld system kind of take things over from this point. Public void, this is gonna be a static function. Induce battle, or we'll say battle encounter. We're going to have a state system. Let's see. A pile of dead memes says a new game. Yes. If you want to know specifically, I keep asking, or like people ask at different times, so I have to keep repeating exactly what this is. But this is kind of a small game that I was trying to get out in like a week. We'll see how how it goes. Maybe I'll have another stream tomorrow, Tuesday at like 4 p.m. or something. No one will be able to show up though, because that's in the middle of the day. Maybe like 8 p.m. tomorrow or 9 p.m. tomorrow, something like that. I want to get another stream in before Friday, because I'm trying to get it done basically by Friday. So like at least to a stage where like you can kind of play it. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. But also Gearend, yes, is coming along. It's almost done. I've been working on it. In case you didn't see it, here is an enemy that I made for the dude, or for Gearend. For some reason it's not showing up here. Okay, well. Yeah. Let's see. Made this big dude. I'm gonna implement him today, and possibly some other enemies, a couple of other enemies, because my game's kind of lacking enemy fighting and stuff. So I wanted to add a little bit more to Gearend. So this is just a big blobby dude. I like him. Looks nice. Okay, so back to the thing at hand. So the idea is basically you are in like overworld mode, or you're in battles, like the battle phase. So let's. Is there any reason? I'm trying to. Okay, we'll have this. This is how we're gonna do this. We're going to have basically something that exists out of either scene, either the overworld or the battle scene. This is going to be the we'll say game state scene. And this will be here. Let's add a camera. Let's align the camera here so we can actually see it. This is going to be the game state, or games controller. Overworld system, game system. So this is gonna kind of handle like everything, like switching back and forth between stuff and all that jazz. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so let's make a new class. This is gonna be the game system. Game state system. We'll just call it game system. Extends game object. Okay. And then we say if public void int. And then we have an enum that's going to be the state of the game, and it can be in battle or overworld or battle. And then we'll have a public, we'll have a state, game state. Game state. Okay. So scene bdx.scenes.add overworld. Okay. Whoops. So this is setting the game state to be overworld, the overworld state. This one. So the game state regulates like what scene we're in. Actually, I guess the easiest way to do this. Scene s equals bdx.scenes.add overworld. Maybe we could do it like this. Scene battle scene equals bdx.scenes.add battle. So the idea is that basically we only add the scenes once, and then we kind of trigger between them as necessary. So the overworld scene, this was added recently, the ability to turn scenes completely invisible or not. Actually, let me undo this. Or no, wait, I think that's right. So there's a pause, right? Okay, yeah, pause. And then resume, or unpause, there's play, okay. Okay, so battle scene dot visible would be false. And then battle scene dot pause as well. Public void. Let's see. This is just static public void. Switch state. It takes a game state. New state. So the idea is basically if you're playing in the overworld and then you go to a battle scene, then it wants to basically you should restart the battle scene altogether because you want to replace the enemies, you want to give the player new health, whatever the case is. But if you go from the battle scene to the overworld scene, it should just go normally because the overworld scene has presumably been running. You should be good to go essentially. So to make sure that we to make sure we do this, let me make sure I do this right. Because I might not be doing this correctly right here. Okay. Let's see. So battle scene is by default invisible if you switch to the battle scene. If you switch to the overworld scene, I should set that to be visible. Pause it. Switch to the battle scene. Yeah, okay. So we say if new state is overworld, then we want the overworld. Oh, it's not. Oh, that's right. It's not static. So can I do like game system dot this dot yeah, I can't. Okay. I thought maybe I could. Let's see. Okay, well, it's fine for them to be static. That's fine. Well, actually, no. We probably don't want to do it like this. We want to do it like this. Okay. Public void main. We want it here. Game state, new state. So you don't actually manually set this. You don't have direct control. Like a game object doesn't have direct control over the state itself to just do willy-nilly. It's going to leave that to the game system. So new state equals this dot new state equals new state. Or can I not do that? Let's see. Static. Yeah. We want game system dot new state to be new state. Okay. So if new state is overworld, then battle scene dot pause, battle scene dot visible equals false, battle scene dot yeah, that's fine. And then we say else if new state is equal to battle Then we want the overworld scene to pause and become invisible. But more than that, we also want to set new state to be null afterwards, so we're done. And then if you're switching to the battle, then we want the battle scene to restart as well. New instance of a battle. A new encounter. Okay. I think that's on the right track. Let's save this. So we really want to start things from the game state scene, because it's going to add these things. So we could really just call switch state to overworld. Well, no, we want to pause it. Yeah, that's fine. I guess we could pause. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, I think we're good. I think it should just basically work as normal. Okay. Cool. Now, we want to just do a quick test. We don't need this. We say, what scenes are there currently? I think it should be 2. It should be the game state scene, yeah, and the overworld, and the battle scene. That's correct. Okay, so we say if we touch a player, touch an enemy rather, then we say game system dot switch state, game system, yeah, game state, system dot game state dot battle. We want this to be public. All right, that might be it. Let's see. I think it worked, but I'm not sure. Let's see. Let's test just the battle scene real quick. It might not be working correctly. It might be because the walls are... No, that's correct. Okay. Save it. So it might be... let's see. Battle scene dot visible. Ah, here we go. Battle scene dot visible equals true. Also battle scene dot play. Yeah, this is something I really rarely do, is kind of like have game scene stuff, or I'm sorry, game state stuff. So it's like I'm kind of just learning like how things should go and what things should do and all that kind of stuff. So, bink. Yes, it's working. It's working, you guys. All right, this is really cool. Okay, so the battle character is fundamentally the same as the overworld character. The only difference is whether you're in battle mode or not. We'll have a different class. That's okay. Oops. This is gonna be the battle character. Oops. We want to just copy all this. Battle character. Yeah. And instead of overworld system, we're going to have battle system. Now the battle system is going to be kind of different overworld system, but we can just copy a lot of the code anyway. Battle system extends game object. Yeah. So a battle character, we say battle system enemies. Okay. All right, let's see. This is gonna be a player. And this is gonna be an enemy. And I mean, I still have to make like a... encounter spawner and all that stuff. Let's see. I don't think it worked. Although it's possible it did and I just didn't see it. Let me see. Battle character. Oh wait, did I? Okay, that's where I messed up. Okay, I think we're good. Game state. Tony Powell. What the? Where's Gearend? Yeah. What? Where is Gearend indeed? Okay, that's, I don't have a system for this. Okay, so basically, in case you didn't catch it, because this is basically the end of the stream at this point, I got a pretty good amount done. Like an actually a pretty good amount. This is the battle system. Invisible, we might as well set this to be wire. Let's, oh, this, yeah, let's make this a sun. And make this execute first. Okay, cool, so, Overworld, play. Oh wait, not Overworld, we want the game state. Okay, well here's an example of, here's something I kind of like about this system. Recently I updated BDX so that you can actually set the starting scene, which is really important right now, because now I can just set this to be game state. So regardless of where I'm writing the game from, it'll always start it from the game state, which is nice. Okay, so the idea behind this game that I was talking about, I mentioned earlier, is kind of like a Mega Man Battle Network dungeon crawler, where you have kind of your standard JRPG grid-based movement. It's in 3D still, and the core idea is that you kind of ascend different floors that are randomly generated, with the goal of, you know, completing all the floors. I think in my design document, it's like complete floor 500. Which is, obviously, you're not gonna be able to get that far under normal circumstances, so you'll kind of like see the kind of flow of it. It seems like it would work pretty well. But anyway, I wanted to make something that's kind of like Darkest Dungeon, kind of like Mega Man Battle Network. It's a little faster paced, like real-time action. With a party of heroes where you can have multiple characters, things like that. There's a little surging going on. Okay, so it's a little buggy. Well, let's see if we can fix this real quick. They aren't supposed to be dynamic. Nope, they're static. They can be ghosts too. That's fine. Yeah, so anyway, the idea is like you kind of have this randomly generated thing, you adventure around, and then when you touch an enemy, you go into battle mode. And in this mode, you can move, you know, back and forth. You can attack enemies. You'll be able to, you know, do all of the usual things. Yeah, so that's the core idea. Let me fix something real quick. Player overworld control. For now, we'll just do it like this. And scene, g.scene dot equals overworld. Oh, dot name dot equals overworld. Okay. Yeah, so then you'll go ahead and fight, and then you'll return back to the overworld and continue adventuring. Really straightforward. It feels like it'd be a lot of fun, especially co-op. If you have, like, you know, 4 heroes and let's say 8 enemies, and you're just, you know, using your skills and your abilities and stuff, and, you know, it could be fun. It could be a lot of fun. Gearend is not dead or anything like that. It's actually very close to being done. I've just been working on it by myself, of course. Very close to release, fixing things, adding enemies, doing lots of stuff. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. It's been a solid 2 hours, 2 hours 17 minutes, but we got a nice little engine going for for this new idea of a game. It could be a lot of fun. So hopefully we'll see it squared away and see it made and see something come out of it soon. Yeah. No, I didn't kill Gearend. This is specifically for Gearend, so of course I didn't kill Gearend. Okay. So yeah, don't worry about Gearend. I'm sure I'm sure I'll, before you know it, I'll have either like news of release, or maybe in the next stream I'll talk about Gearend a little bit. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much for watching. I've been SolarLoon, and this has been a fun devlog video / stream. Thanks. See ya.